Imagine the power goes out tonight. No streetlights, no glowing screens. Now imagine it never comes back on. When the artificial glow of our modern cities fails, an absolute inky blackness swallows the streets almost immediately. Because of the constant ambient glow that surrounds us, almost no one alive today has experienced true environmental darkness. For thousands of years, human life was strictly tethered to the sun. Daylight dictated exactly when people could work, travel, and eat. Sunset was a hard boundary. Once the light faded, almost all human activity was forced to a halt. Before electricity, darkness operated as a sudden, complete environmental takeover. Stepping even a few feet away from a lantern or hearth rendered the landscape totally unrecognizable. Familiar paths vanished into shadows. Beyond that tiny bubble of visibility, nocturnal predators were actively moving unseen. Large cats and wolves owned the night. Our senses were inadequate for this environment. A simple snapping twig or rustling leaf became a potential life-or-death threat. The true dark stripped early humans of their dominance over the natural world, forcing them into a state of extreme caution. To survive, people used fire as their only defense mechanism, carving out tiny micro-worlds of visibility and protection. The radius of the firelight acted as a literal force field, repelling animals that would otherwise close in. Settlements were systematically structured to maximize this limited radius, with homes and defenses built radiating outward from the central flame. Within this tight circle, the campfire became the primary place where food was shared and knowledge was passed down through stories. Because the dark outside was too dangerous to face alone, the light of the fire became the physical center of human connection. Once the fires burned low and the evening's tasks were done, ancient humans fell asleep much earlier than we do. This timeline illustrates segmented sleep, as humans didn't rest in one continuous block. The night started with a first sleep after dusk. Midnight, people woke naturally to check fires, pray, or converse, before a second sleep carried them through the cold night until dawn. Without artificial light to override the sun, human sleep followed the length of the night and the seasonal changes of the environment. A moment of wonder. During those quiet midnight waking hours, ancient humans had access to a breathtaking phenomenon we have almost entirely lost. Without atmospheric light pollution, the Milky Way and thousands of individual stars were visible with staggering clarity. Ancient people used this vivid sky as an essential tool for global navigation and tracking agricultural seasons. The ancient night sky functioned as an active, living canvas, forming the foundation of early human mythology and science. The eventual invention of electric light successfully conquered the cold, the predators, and the overwhelming fear of the dark. It shattered natural boundaries, allowing continuous human activity long past the setting sun. But that modern safety required a sacrifice. We traded our biological sleep rhythms, the necessity of the campfire, and our connection to the stars.